Hello, what's up? Today I want to talk about how to write a Holy Grail web layout using FlexBox in CSS. And this is probably one of the first few things that we learn when we start learning CSS. And should be quite straightforward. And let's get to it. So our view here should be also contains the layout for a mobile device. And it will look like this. Okay. So first thing first, let me just delete these two and rewrite everything ourselves. We need a index.html and we need a index.css. And for HTML, we need first declare the doc type, and we have a HTML first. Okay, and we need a head, we need a body, and in head we need a title, and we call this document, and we also need a link and the relationship style sheet hyper reference should be current folder find index CSS, and the type should be okay. Let me get rid of the view. Okay, so type should be text CSS, and in the body we need a header. So header. Then we need a main, putting the container for these three sections, and we need a footer. Great. So in the main we need three sections, a nav, okay, and an article, and a site. And let me just put in some initial data in here. Okay. Okay, what else do we need? Okay, header have two links. It's called this header link 1, header link 2. Yeah, let's see. Okay, great. So let's see what we have here. First thing I notice is that we have some default properties, styles for our link anchor. So let's just get rid of that first. This text decoration should be none. This will get rid of the underscore, and our color should be dark. Great. So then we need to access the body element, and what we do here is first we put in border here 1 pixel solid dark. Okay. So we notice there is a default margin here, so let's just get rid of that first. 0, and let's give it a background color, and let me make this background color something generic, something light. Okay. Okay, I think this one will do. Okay, probably this one. This one is better. Okay, so next thing to do here is access the header first. So header, and let's access the footer as well, and give it a height. This height should be, let's make it 70 pixels first and see what it looks like. Okay, probably okay. And also give it a border so we can know the exactly where is the element. and we can place the header link first. It should be right somewhere in here. So what we can do is access the header specifically and call display flex, and let's say justify content should be flex end. This will put the link in the end of the element of header, and the header element, and we need to also align the items in the center. So this will place the link in the middle. So justify content will work on the main axis. Right. Let's see. Okay, we can't do that. Main axis, and align items will work on cross axis. And the main axis is decided by our flex direction. Our flex direction by default is 0. So the horizontal line would be the where justify content works. And if our flex direction is like say column, so our main axis will be pointing downward, and our justify content will work vertically, and align items will be the opposite of justify content. Is just something to note. And then I think we can give some space between the links. So we say margin vertically 0, horizontally probably 10 pixel. Okay, great. So next thing I noticed that okay, we can put some color here for our header and footer. So something generic, something like this, background. Okay, now we just let's deal with the main section. So main section, let's say display should be flex first. So these items will be displayed horizontally, okay, like this. And the next thing I noticed that they need some styling. So what I mean by that is we first need to also give them a border so we can see them, and then we need some margin between the elements. So we just say 4 pixel here, and padding as well, and 4 pixel there, and also some border radius. So give it a little bit round effect. Let's make it 7 pixel, and let's test it out. Okay, looks much better now. And let's give a height for main, and height should be like 75% of our view height. Okay, looks okay. And we need to display these elements. Okay, I think the header and footer can use the same style here. So we can just say header and footer. Okay, like this. Okay, this looks great, and get rid of the border for our body since we don't need it anymore. Alright, what do we do next? Make these elements occupy the 100% width, available space of the main section. So what we can do here is main, okay, not main, nav, and or side here, okay, probably not, nav here can have flex spaces of around 20% of the available space, and the color, background color, should be look something like this. Okay, great. And we will do something similar to our article, and have a background color displayed for it as well. Probably not article for site. Okay, great. For article, I want it to be occupying 60% of the flag spaces. So together they will make up 100%. And the background should be the one in the middle. Great. And it looks okay to me, but I think our article can well grow faster when we move the browser to the right. And so we can just replace these parameters and give it two additional properties. One is grow and one is shrink. So the grow and shrink property for the nav and the size should be just the standard one, and I want article to grow faster and shrink very slowly, or doesn't shrink at all. Okay, this is already better visually, and I want to give them a sort of mobile view where the section should display in column direction, not horizontally, when the width of the screen is very short. So we can give it add media, target all screen types, so all, and additionally we want to have our maximum width for our media, this block of code to take place, to be standard mobile view. So 640 pixel, what I should do. And in here we can just say our main should have okay, flex direction of column. Voila. So this is typically how we can implement a very simple Holy Grail layout in just using CSS. I hope you like it, and I hope it's helpful. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.